how are you? It's me, Natalie, your host. I'm a multi-passionate creative. I have many creative traits about me. I love doing nails. I love home decor, which is why you joined this meeting today. And yeah, please feel free to, number one, I only ask 2 things of you guys while you're watching this live. Let me know where you're from. Please send a comment. I'm super curious about where you're joining from in the world. And number 2, please give me a follow so that you guys can look at more amazing products that I have around the house that I've purchased right here on Amazon, as well as some really exclusive coupon codes and links. So today, we are all here to take a look at how I store wine in my home. I'm a huge wino, my mom's a huge wino, everyone in my family loves wine, and we especially love visiting wineries. So I knew that whenever I was decorating my house, I really wanted to get creative with the way that I displayed my love for wine. And I found the product that is linked here. This is the Vintage View Wine Rack. This is also the same rack that you will actually see in wineries and the wine room. It's super easy to install. I was able to install this myself. I didn't need any extra screws or anything. Everything actually came with the package. The thing that I think I love most about the Vintage View Wine Rack is that it's customizable. I don't have a huge space. Although I would have loved a full-blown hot wine cellar, this was the only space that I had, and you can completely customize this wine rack because it comes in so many different variations. And even if it doesn't come in the variation that you want, like mine actually didn't, I was able to still build something that fit my space and looked really nice instead. So here you see I actually have 18 bottles hanging from this wine rack. Initially I purchased the 15 piece, or the 15 holder, and then I added another 3 holder on top. And what that actually looks like is there's actually 3 pieces hanging from my wall right now. This middle piece is very large. It comes from about here to here. This is housing 6 bottles or 15 bottles of wine. No, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Yeah, and then I have 2 pieces here, one here and one there. And the piece on top and the piece on bottom are actually only housing 3 bottles. However, the cool thing about this Vintage View wine rack is that each of the connections actually snap together. So whenever you're looking at my wine rack closely, it is very seamless. You can't even tell that I have 3 or 4 different pieces linked in here. It just looks like one seamless piece, and I'm obsessed with it. As I mentioned, this was extremely easy to hang. I did it completely by myself. I only needed a step stool. Vintage View provides all of the screws that you need, as well as all of the anchors to make sure that it's really secure, right? If you're hanging 18 bottles of wine from a wall, you don't want any of those to fall off. So yeah, guys, this is what I do. It's really nice. You can kind of see in here, minimal showing. I think the only thing or the only con about this wine rack is that it doesn't come in different colors. I am super particular, and I would have preferred a white that would have fit along better with my wall. But then again, I'm not sure how white handles would have actually looked against the wine glasses. So maybe if we had different variations to where the overall screws could be, or the overall bracket could be white, and then maybe these are still black. Either way, this is still a ridiculously nice way to view your wine. One pro tip I have, depending on your house and where the sun sets, you'll want to be careful and you'll want to make sure that you're actually drinking these wine bottles. Because if you have sun coming in from a window and going directly into your wine bottle, you're gonna actually spoil your wine. So if that's the case and you wanna hang it, by all means hang it, but I wouldn't leave your wine up there for a long time. Some of these bottles have been up here for a long time, others are new. Luckily, the sun sets at my house in the front, so even though this is surrounded by windows, I have these drapes and I'm really not getting a lot of spoiled wine. So yeah, let me go ahead on and see what questions we have about the Vintage View wine rack. I'm gonna go ahead on and take a seat, get comfortable so I can answer everything for you guys. So someone is asking if I ordered the 18-inch. So it's not 18 inches. This wine rack that I have specifically houses 18 bottles of wine. There's actually not a configuration on the Vintage View store that configures 18 bottles. So what I recommend is you purchasing the 15 and then purchasing an additional attachment of 3 bottles of wine. So purchase the 15 and then also purchase the 3 place rack. But again, I did 18 because I thought this is what looked good for my space in my house. I definitely encourage you to figure out where you want to hang the wine in your house and build something that's customizable and that's going to fit your space. Somebody wants to know, do they ever fall? No. The wine bottles are stable. I mean, I imagine maybe if there was an earthquake, there would really have to be a bunch of shaking. They could slip and slide right out, but no, they actually never move. Now, mine go fairly low. I actually do not have any children, so if you have kids, I would probably recommend not going as low as I did, because they could easily just take those bottles and throw them or whatever. But they're not locked into place. They're literally just sitting on the arms. Very easy to remove and take in and out. Have they ever fallen? So I think you're asking if the actual rack has ever fallen. No, never. It's extremely secure. As I mentioned earlier, Vintage View actually provides you with all of the nuts and bolts that you need, as well as anchors in your wall to prevent the racks from actually falling. I could probably grab the brackets and shake them and they wouldn't even move because they are so secure. 18 bottles hanging on this wall, they have never fallen down. And just for context, I probably had this hanging, I think I've had this for a little over a year now. Yeah, I brought it around December of last year. I purchased it as a Christmas gift for myself, and it has never fallen, not even close. Are there different color variations? So guys, no, unfortunately there are not. I would love for there to be many colors, as I mentioned, at least a white and a black version to play with. But from what I saw on the Vintage View website, these wine racks only come in black. Also, if you look at the images that people have posted under their reviews, I have seen that these are actually the wine racks that a lot of small wineries are using to house their wines in the wine cellar, which is pretty cool. So it's really giving you that elevated luxury experience at home. That's why I really love it. So guys, thanks for joining in. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I only ask 2 things of you. Please, 1, drop in the comments where you're from. I would love to know where you're from. And then number 2, please give me a follow so that I can share more home decor tips, as well as some very exclusive coupons in case you want to purchase something that you see on my live. Yes. So I actually hung these by myself. I did not need a professional installer. Vintage View provides very nice instructions, so it's very easy to install at home. Maybe you just need like a, I used a level just to make sure that I was doing everything super straight. Yeah, so it's not one large bracket. The brackets, somebody asked how the package is shipped. It's not a huge package, it's pretty small like this. There are different sections and each section is buildable, which is really nice. So, yep. Yes, so I have 18 bottles hanging on my wall. I initially purchased the 15 piece and then I also purchased an additional 3-piece extender because I felt that this looked better for my space. So let me know if you guys have any questions, drop them below. Also, I'm curious to know, how do you store wine in your house? I know that a lot of people are afraid because wine bottles are so heavy. I don't know how much, I don't know how much a wine bottle weighs, but if you start adding up 18 wine bottles hanging from a wall, it is pretty scary. You do think they're gonna fall and break, but luckily, with the bolts and the screws that Amazon has provided, everything stays, which is very nice. Or Vintage View. Vintage View is actually the brand. I have them tagged here in featured item, and they're selling on Amazon. And so now I have also, let me also very quickly tag the second item, since you guys are asking about the extender. Vintage View actually has an entire store that you guys can take a peek at. But right now I'm actually tagging the second item. So this is a 3-piece extender. The first piece is $187, and that will house 15 bottles of wine. Right now I have the extender tagged, and it's only an additional $42. As I mentioned before, it's okay because the racks are actually buildable. So you actually don't see a break in the rack at all. It looks like one seamless piece because Vintage View did such a great job about putting these brackets together and making sure they're buildable so that people can customize this wine rack for their own space. Thank you guys. Yes, I am Natalie. I'm 32 years old. I'm located in Austin, Texas. I consider myself a multi-passionate creative. I have about 15 million hobbies. I love home decor. I love hair. I love nails. I'm a cat lover. My channel will have a lot of my cat go-tos. My cat is about 10 years old now, so I've tried everything under the sun, but please feel free to give me a follow so that you guys can look at all of my favorite items. Also, join my lives because I will be dropping many discount codes and coupons for some of my favorite high-ticketed items. Let's see what else we've got. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's beautiful as well. Definitely elevates the space. Definitely adds a touch of luxury that the space did not have before. All right. Am I sure? Yes. Okay. You're funny. I'm positive it doesn't move. I'm going to show you very quickly what I mean by this wine rack does not move. So just to show you guys how it works again, I'm actually going to just remove one of these bottles. It's not actually, it's not sealed into the wine rack. It is loose. You can just easily take it out and put it back in. There's no type of clips or anything. You can see I'm really trying to shake it here, and trust me, I wouldn't be doing this if I thought that the whole thing was gonna fall down. It's literally in there so hard. It has never fallen, it will not fall. And actually, yeah, if I ever sold my house, I would actually just leave this here because I don't think I could get those anchors out of the wall. But yeah, it is very nice. Again, it comes in multiple different sections, but you can't even see the sections because it's buildable. And that is all I've got for my live tonight. So let me go see if you guys have left any more questions for me in the comments. No more questions? All right. Well, again, I am Natalie, a multi-passionate creative who is highly skilled and passionate in home decor, cat lovers, wigs, nails, you name it. If it's in my Amazon storefront, I'm going to be doing a live about it, and I'm going to be passing out exclusive discount codes and coupons. So make sure you press that follow button. If you're watching this, even the rerun, let me know where you're from in the comments. And thanks for joining. I really appreciate you guys. Again, this is the Vintage View wine rack. It's buildable. I have 18 bottles here hanging from my wall. I initially brought the 15 bottle piece, and I added an additional 3-piece extender. So thanks everyone. I hope you guys have a lovely night. I will probably be on tomorrow showing another luxury product. Bye.